at national finals for the last event of the year for us in the championship. We're getting the car ready, just been cooled down, and we're getting everybody ready. Got a few new cars here today, so we'll see how that gets on. And hopefully we've done some changes on the car as well, to hopefully see if we can get it running faster. We'll know after the first run whether that works or not, go from there. Darren's put his aerodynamic front bumper back on, and he's getting ready now. And, yeah, let's see how we get on in the first run. Follow along, I'll keep you with an update with the progress, and see how we get on. Fingers crossed we can do well.
And I think his granddaughter, and this time his brothers, Darren and Mark Huxley. Well, bragging rights by 1,000th of a second on reaction time go to Darren. Mark dials a 978, goes a 984, slows up a little bit, so does Darren. Mark.
Right, we just got back from qualifier number 2, and funny enough they put me and Darren next to each other, which is what, and Darren schooled me with a little bit of a better light. Only just though. But yeah, so that was a bit of a laugh. We haven't actually had a race together or run together for a while, to be fair. So yeah, that was a bit of fun. We've got the car running right now, so we just got to get the dialing right. I'm on the right side currently, I think 60 qualifier. Darren's 24th?
Alan?
Yeah. Something like that. So we've got to gather that back up, but we'll keep trying, keep being forward.
So Mark is, Mark's 22, looking for 981, 1121 for Matthew. Mark's got a good looking run going, but will it be good enough? 986 stays 22. Matthew actually improves one spot. 700ths off, sorry, 800ths off even. 27, I think that was.
So after the qualifying, we absolutely partied our hearts out in the Pro ET pits with an early Christmas do organised by the Moldens, and this was such great fun and great to have everybody together.
The sun dips low and the neon glows. Tickets in hand, parking lot 5. Silver screens flashing, some cowboy show. But darling, we ain't watching, we're coming alive. Popcorn, salty, the coke's gone flat. The radio's playing that rockin' jazz. You slide real close, yeah, just like that. One little move and the whole world's backseat pop. Shimmy and sway, ain't no flip gonna steal our day. Her windows fog, let the speakers pop. Dancing our own backseat bop. Usher's flashlight cuts through the dark. We duck down low, but we don't get far. He taps the glass with a knowing smirk. Says kids these days, but we just...
The next day, we had round 1 of eliminations, and who did I have first? I had my brother.
First one was 06. However, it was the dragster. Moving on. Check this one out. Mark Huxley and Darren Huxley here in round 1. Now, Mark Huxley wants to say a huge thank you to Dancy's crewman for this weekend for all the help on the car. Now, the reason he's helping is because Chloe, who's his girlfriend, is helping out Darren this weekend. So it'll be interesting to see who Chloe cheers for. We're about to find out. Battle of the Huxleys, round 1. There's 5 of them racing. This bound to happen at some point. Well, there we go. Darren goes red. It's Mark. Oh, goodness me. Mark broke out by 1/10 of a second. It didn't matter, though. So, Mark Huxley. It's very interesting that Mark won and his girlfriend is telling off the crewman. There you go.
Really sucked that Darren went red. And then round 2 came along, and I had last year's champion, Brett Featherstone, in the Nova. But he was trying nitrous oxide this weekend, so he was learning a lot.
Brett Featherstone and Mr. Mark Huxley. Oh, he's got his girlfriend back on his crew because the car she was helping on got knocked out. How cool is that? 980 for Mark and Brett Featherstone, previous UK Pro ET champion a number of years ago now. I think about 22, maybe 23. But this year running with nitrous because he wants to be one of the faster cars in the class. Well, no one's gone red. One definitely didn't go red. Well, if Mark backs off, which he does perfectly, there you go. Big breakout for Brett. 8.93. No, 8's that is. Sorry, that's an 8. It's the lights again.
Got lucky that round with Brett just being a little bit slow on the light and me just nailing the light. So lucky that round. Next round, we got Don Scott in the big Super Boot.
Mark Huxley. Am I right in thinking Mark is the sole remaining Huxley in competition? I think he is. 5 down to 1. Not much in it. On the dial-ins, 975 for Mark with the Corolla. Don Scott, 968. Don Scott wins this. If Don Scott wins this, he locks up second in the Pro ET Championship. Mark Huxley is going to do everything he can to stop him. And he does. Bang on. 975 with a 2 on a 975. Don Scott was not that far off. 972 on a 6.
Don had an 05 light to my 07, so he got me on the start line, and he should have got me at the finish line, but I managed to squeeze him out and just about stay in front of him, just to capture the wing, and just stay on the right side of my dial-in to take it. I was quite lucky. On the other side of the ladder, Charlie Seawood was killing it in the Bracketeer Camaro, as you'll see in this round in the semi-final.
Here he is on the verge of the final round. Well, they both have identical lights. Breakout for both of them, but Charlie Seawood breaks out by the least. They were both .10 on the tree. Well, the Cinderella story.
Charlie goes through, and I end up against Tom Kay in the little bike power dragster, and he's always so good on the lights, so I knew I had to be on my A game for this one and get the dial in as close as I could.
Into the final round, where they will be racing one of these two. Now, if you said a junior comp dragster was going to be on the verge of the final round, you might not have picked this one, but Tom Kay is always really good on the tree and really good on his dialing. He's got Mark Huxley in the other lane, who is going to go exactly 0.2 of a second after him. Tom.
Luckily for me, Tom goes red. I can run the car flat out to see what it will run, to give us data to go into the final against my mate Charlie Seawood. This was also a huge PB for the car, so we were flying. As you can tell, we are super excited for the final, and we didn't give a flying hell who won the event. We were just in it just to make sure we had a good race, enjoy ourselves, and just see
now,
who won.
Now, both of these two have swapped shirts for the final round. The Seawoods have got Huxley shirts on. The Huxleys have got Charlie's shirts on. This is the final round in Pro ET. Yeah, that should be, I think that should be 890. It's all right, he's just changing it.
8:13.
Hey? Is it on the car? No, it's probably easier if they check it out. Anyway, Mark Huxley over there. One of two Huxleys in final rounds. 883, that's what he was trying to say. Much easier if you just have a dialing board, though. I hate to say that, you know, it's instead of counting fingers. Okay, Charlie Seaward has had a wonderful weekend. Can he top it off with a win, or can Mark Huxley go out in style in 2025? Well, we have a green light race. What a pair of green lights they were as well. Muscle car or Jack car? It's the muscle car with a bang on 8.83. Well, the Huxley T-shirts take the win, just not the Huxley car. I was going to say, I don't know if you lot can see this. Mark Huxley took the stripe by 0.005. Look at the win margin. But he broke out. They were both absolutely wired to the tree. 0-1 for Charlie, 0-2 to Mark. A fitting way, really.
Huge well done to Charlie. Absolutely nailing the run with a 0-1 light and 5 thou off his dial in. And it was such a close race. It was 0.0005 finish line margin. So, I mean, we gave each other a hell of a race and Charlie got on the right side. So, huge well done to Charlie in his rookie year. Now, here's the presentation photos and the fun we had. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.